and welcome back to the Citizen channel. You're all staying safe and well. I'll look back at the story of the game. The headline for this one: Foden, the man for Savi City. You like that one? Yeah, look up the word Savi, Savvy. Obviously, I've cheated a bit, but there you go. If you're not too sure what that means. Anyway, this is the story of the game. Huddersfield 0, City 2, of course. Carabao Cup, round 3. Could it be our cup again? Who knows? I had about 4 seasons of saying that. It's our cup, nobody else's cup, but not for a while now, is it? Is it 4 years? I think it's 5 years, I don't know, a long time ago. Anyway, 24th of September. At the Aku Stadium, yes, the Kirklees, Aku, John Smiths, you name it, it's had more name changes and hot dinners, as we used to say in the old days. Right, we'll have a look at this game. We'll have a look back at any talking points. A fairly safe game for City, wasn't it? Certainly a couple of blasts wide and over by Huddersfield that might have gone in on another day and caused us a few problems. Anyway, guys, please, if you do like the content, push that button, subscribe, that'll be fantastic. If you've got a hype button on YouTube, some people have, some people haven't. I have no idea why. I've got it on my laptops, but I don't have it on my tablet or my phone. So anyway, if you've got one, you can give me any, guys. That's much appreciated. Helps all the algorithms, helps the channel, helps me. So if you could do that, I'll be very thankful. Right, let's get on with this. The teams: Huddersfield 11, Nichols, Sorensen, Wallace, Wiles, Harness, Childs, Kasumu, Feeney, Ruffin, Redmond and Vost. Yes, familiar names, but only because the names, not because I know anything about them. As far as City, of course, a much changed team, as you'd expect. Trafford, Nunes, Stones, Aki, O'Reilly, Lewis, Gonzalez, Bob, Mukasa, Foden and Savi. 9 changes then from the Arsenal game. Foden, O'Reilly, only 2 left from that one. Subs bench, yeah, interesting. Donnarumma, what's happened to Ortega and Bettinelli? I'm surprised Donnarumma was on the bench. Any reason? I have no idea. Diaz, Reinders, Bernardo, Phillips, Braithwaite, Jagan Heskey, Mifune, and the other Heskey, what's he called? Reagan, isn't it? I think it's Reagan or Regan. My apologies, I'm not too sure how I pronounce that one. Regan Heskey. So the Heskey brothers are in town. Right, so look at the main game talking points. 2 minutes. Yeah, Trafford comes off his line, suddenly realises the ball isn't going to get into his area because he wants to pick it up. He's not going to kick it. So he sort of turns his back on the striker and sort of shepherds it back, and it must be literally on the line or millimetres into his box. I mean, the linesman didn't thankfully raise his flag, because I don't think there's VAR, was there, last night, so it could have been serious trouble there. But of course, a little bit nervy from Trafford there, and he manages to pick it up. But I think we got away with that one a little bit, but not the greatest start. Then again, he didn't have a lot to do after that to make up for it, did he? On 12 minutes, Mukasa, yes, first real attempt, hangs beautifully in the air, but his header can't get any real power behind it. It's sort of easy for them to clear that one. 19 minutes, of course, it's 1-0 to City. Probably game over at that stage, as I said, but Huddersfield did have 1 or 2 chances. And with the boys in blue ringing out in the background from the fans, some patient City play before Foden links up really well with Mukasa just outside the box before rifling his shot into the bottom right-hand corner. Keeper possibly a little bit late, but probably unsighted a little bit with all the bodies. There's a lot of bodies, of course, within that area when City were on the attack. So it's probably unsighted, but great goal by Phil right into the corner. 1-0. 33 minutes, yeah, they did have chances. I've not gone through them all in this, but there's at least 5 or 6 chances, I think, for Huddersfield. 33 minutes, a long pump from the Yorkshireman. Nichols falls into the path of Redmond, who's outside the area, but he sends his shot into row Z. On 40 minutes, it was Redmond again down the left before he finds Wiles in the box. He takes the ball really well and flashes his shot. Shot come cross. I thought it was more a cross than a shot, just wide of target. There was a man at the far post, but he couldn't quite get in, thankfully. So we got away with that. So even though we did have some little half chances, Huddersfield weren't without chances as well. You had 3 minutes injury time. At half-time, I thought we're fairly comfortable. I'd say a couple of chances for them, but the low block denied City any great goal-scoring chances, a couple of long-range efforts, a couple of scrambles from corners. That was about it. On to the second 45, 50 minutes, space opens up for Savi to cut inside but he puts his shot wide of the target. Looks as though it took a deflection from where we were, but of course nothing about a corner for us, so we didn't get that one. 53 minutes, Nico plays through O'Reilly. Nico Gonzalez plays through O'Reilly, who's on goal, but Nichols races off his line. O'Reilly tries to dink it over him, but doesn't quite get it wide enough, and I think actually if the keeper hadn't got a hand to it, there's a possibility it might have gone wide of the post anyway, the dink, but of course he managed to get a hand on it. So that failed. A good effort from Nico, but not quite what we wanted. O'Reilly, that is again. It's no good when you've got two Nicos on the pitch. 54 minutes, a long ball launched into the City box again, and Feeney wins a header. Knocks it down to that Redmond again, who's getting everywhere at the back post, who hits it first time again, but can't keep it down. 60-minute, Bob fizzes away from Redmond's challenge. He's crossing to the box, eventually falls to McAtee from close range. He does a lovely swivel and turn in the box, but sadly, he makes good contact, but hits it straight at the keeper. Unlucky, he could have perhaps got his first goal there. 67 minutes, Nichols denies Bob after he's cut in and tried his luck from the right. 75 minutes, so it's Huddersfield 0, City 2. Foden stays pretty composed amongst total chaos, pinball, football all around the edge of the box. And then he dishes the ball out to Savi to his left. And his effort cannons in. I think the keeper might have got a touch on it, but cannons in off the crossbar and ricochets into the goal. I'm not sure the keeper was too. He perhaps could have stood up a little bit more. He was obviously poised ready, but I think if he'd stood up a little bit more, he might have done a bit okay with that one. But we'll take it. 2-0 for City. Definitely game over at that stage. Jaden Heskey comes on for O'Reilly to make his debut for the senior side. Reinders replaces Foden. 83 minutes. Some bloke called Phillips, a new guy we've got, and Reagan Heskey for Savinho and Nico Gonzalez. On 88 minutes, Reagan Heskey looks to drive at the defence but falls over. I think that was probably his first touch. He fell over his own feet, I think. Perhaps his laces weren't tied, but bless him. He tried, but not great. 88 minutes, yes, also almost a nervy end as well. So Trafford started the game with a bit of an iffy one, and he sort of finished with what I wasn't convinced about as well. Aisha cuts in from the left, kills a good effort towards a goal, but and Trafford sort of goes to save it and then sort of pulls his arms back. So whether he thought it was going wide or he just thought, oh, I can't be arsed, I can't reach this one, I'm not bothered, I'm not too sure. So he wasn't at his best. But he was seemingly unalarmed by the shot, but of course it battered against the post at our end, up the other end. It looked as though it got into the goal, and the sort of post rattled and the net rattled. It looked as though it might have gone in off the post, but of course it didn't. A bit of an escape for us, which would have sort of just spared us a dodgy last few minutes, of course, if there was going to be some injury time. It was only 3 minutes anyway, so it would have only been 4 or 5 minutes to suffer, but we could have done without it, and we didn't, so we were fine. We got away with it. Full time, 2-0. Job done. I think basically the only thing we can learn from that game is Phil's getting back into form. And of course our second 11, which is more or less what it was, allowing for injuries, may be good enough to battle for top 4 in League One. That's all we can say about that, really. It's certainly that's about the levels we're talking about. Pep said after the game, I prefer a rotated team, and today was perfect for many players. Oscar played good, Savinho played good, and all of them were aggressive without the ball. We were really good winning duels. So in terms of that, I'm really satisfied. Phil playing behind the striker is a real threat, he said. We have seen already Phil in a few games when the team played better. When every player makes his potential, it's not just today. The games against Arsenal, United, Napoli was really good. Close to the box, I think he plays in the pockets perfectly. He's play a little bit freer and close to the box. He gives you something unique. And on the Heskey brothers, he said, I think father and mother will be so proud of the kids. That's really cool and good. So there you go. The stats, Arsenal 5. Arsenal, flipping heck, not Arsenal. We've gone back in time. I wish it had been Arsenal. Shots 5 not on target for Huddersfield. 17 for City, 7 on target. We had 76% possession, 257 passes, for them, 791 for us. Percentage accuracy, look at this one here, 75% for Huddersfield, 94 for City. If we can replicate that in the Premier League, we've cracked it. Fouls, 6 from them, 8 from us, 1 corner for them, 5 for us. And now, no bookings or anything, guys, so I thought the ref did quite well, actually, last night. Not perfect, of course, but at least he was sensible, which is more we can usually say. We've now got a trip to Swansea, fingers crossed, hoping I might get a ticket for my very first visit there. That'd be nice. Man of the match for me, I think generally overall Foden. I give him an 8 out of 10. OneFootball.com website, give it Foden with a 9. Goal.com gave it Foden with an 8. Various media headlines, the Daily Mirror and Express. Simon Bukowski's writing for me, got a few quid. I think it's the same match report he stuck in the Manchester Evening News as well. So write a report, sell it to 3 papers. You cracked it, haven't you? Anyway, Simon Bukowski's header. Phil's still got skills. Foden reminds everyone of class to seal win. In the Mail, Jack Gorn comments, Charles play for City as academy kids show they're ready to step up. In the Guardian, Jamie Jackson, Foden pulls the strings as City outclass Huddersfield. And back to our local paper, the Manchester Evening News, Simon Bukowski, of course. The back page, City hit the town. Inside, Simon Bukowski says, Foden on the way back to being a major force. And a comment from Simon on Pep on Gonzalez. We saw him sort of tactically talking to him after the game on the pitch. He said, Nico will learn how to be more aware in time. I thought he had a good game, Nico, but check out my player ratings, guys, of this game as well for that sort of thing. And Simon Bukowski couldn't decide between O'Reilly and Foden for his man of the match. He gave them both 8 out of 10. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed the content. Hope you enjoyed the game. Let us know your thoughts on it. It'd be great to have your views and opinions. Of course, out now is the player ratings show. And also the preview of City versus Burnley. That's out because that's coming very quickly. And also my special look back at a game between City and Burnley back in the 50s. So check out that season 2025-26, a little special I'm doing for most of the 38 games we play. There'll be at least 25-30 being done of these, so check that out, guys. You want a bit of City history, we've got lots of it. Don't listen to the crap that's spouted about it. So you enjoyed that, guys. Please, if you want to contact me, you can through YouTube or any of my socials, of course. If you want to know my socials, or you just want to help support the channel more rather than pushing those buttons, if you want to help the channel or sponsor the channel, there are ways of doing it. And to find out that and ways of getting in contact with me on social media, just keep watching and listening.
Thanks for that, guys. Hope you enjoyed the feature anyway. And please, if you can, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. That'd be wonderful. And if you're not already a subscriber, it'd be great if you could subscribe. It's absolutely free. Also, check out all my social media links. They'll be in the description and comments below if you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook. We can chat on there and do all things City, of course. Also, if you're into film and TV, don't forget a lot of this channel is film and TV stuff. I love me film and TV like I do City. So if you're into that, have a look. Or if you know someone who might not be that bothered about the football but likes film and TV, give them a kick in my direction. I'll be very grateful. And special thanks as ever to supporters of the channel. Piat6505, they've got a little eBay shop selling film and TV memorabilia mainly, including books, magazines, posters, lots of posters, and they do have some City stuff as well that they've purloined off me over time, so there'll be a few bits and pieces, probably more going on as well. So have a look at Piat6505 on eBay. And yes, if you do go onto eBay, and if you're a member, we do have memberships, 99p a month. You get early access to all my vlogs, so as soon as I do them, you get them. Sometimes it could be months before they're published generally, so a lot of the history stuff, so you have access. The membership gives you access to that. It gives you 10% extra off at Piat6505 if you want to buy any of that memorabilia, so that you can actually gain that from being a member and support the channel. That's a great way of supporting the channel, of course, like watching the ads on the original thing that you've seen now, my original feature. That'd be fantastic. So yeah, also before we go, podcasts. If you like your podcasts, I do a podcast with Mike Long in South Korea. It's called Bolt from the Blue, in our 8th season. Yeah, we've had some good fun on there. We're trying to have a bit of humour, generally look at City's games as and when we play them, have a look back. So please check out that. It's on Soundcloud, Spotify, all good places you get your podcasts from. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed everything about this feature, and you didn't mind me asking you about this at the end. And please, all I ever ask for you is to stay safe, everyone, especially you Blues.